Okay, so working on the exhaust leak on the El Camino. So the exhaust pipe comes up and hits that, which I didn't really see any leaks there, but there was nothing on this going to the manifold. And thing going into the exhaust pipe is tapered also, so that's probably why this is a double taper, I'm guessing. But it fits in there. It actually fits in here slightly better this way, but that should seal my exhaust leak. And I'm gonna just cut this thing off and wire this open because it doesn't even work. So I'm not really sure what it was for, but get this thing cleaned up, get that cut off, and get it bolted on the car. Alright, well, I didn't really do any videotaping on putting in a new donut, or putting that whole exhaust thing back in, because that was a pain in the butt. That was probably one of the hardest things I've had to do. But it's in there. I ended up having to, when I took my exhaust studs out, they pulled the whole stud out so they didn't just come off the nut. And I had to torch them and spray them down and everything, put them in the vise and get the nuts loose off the studs, because since it was missing the entire donut out of there, it was way too, where the nuts were down on the studs, it was way too short, so I had to just do a whole bunch of stuff, and it was a real pain in the butt. But it's on there, and I started it last night a little bit, and I didn't hear it leaking anymore, so I'm guessing that's a win for me. But tight quarters. So I got to get these wheels changed. So I got the new front tire and wheel on the front. Had to go buy brand new lug nuts, because the lug nuts that are on the studded tires, those wheels, are actually unilug, so they have to have the shoulders on them, and those won't work on these Z28 wheels. Here's the rear tire. Here's actually the other rear tire. These are all season tires, so they should be alright, but these are they're a little wide. They're 225s. I thought they'd look the best, so the fronts are just regular front runners. They're actually the same exact size as what I got on the AMX. They just, for whatever reason, they look smaller. But anyways, I gotta get those wheels switched over, and then I gotta do the heater core lines and blow out the heater core and put the new fan belts on. So we'll get it all done and hopefully be able to go take a drive in El Camino on this really cold day. Stay tuned. Alright, well, I got these crusty looking heater core lines off. So 99% sure your 3/4 line would be your out, and your 5/8 line would be your in. Now I'm just saying that because the mixing valve is on the 5/8 line, so that's how I'm assuming this, but we know what assumption really means. But so I'm gonna blow out this heater core, which I've actually had to do a lot on Chevys for some reason. So I'm just going to get me a rag and my air wand, and well, first I'm going to fill this up with a little bit of water, and then I got my long hose here I'm going to stick under a bucket, Now I'm going to take compressed air and just kind of gently blow it out. The better way to do it is take a water hose and just, you know, turn your water hose on higher, and blow all the crap out, but I don't have that option right now, so it's going to have to be an air hose. So we'll get that, replace these lines. Now the little valve for the heater was actually really froze up. I couldn't even move it with my hand. I had to take pliers and work it loose, so I WD-40'd it. And then draining the radiator was a challenge. I'm probably not going to be able to get it on camera, but down here where this frame goes like this is the little thing for the drain, this thing here. And you can't get angle pliers, you can't get anything on this, so that was tough to get out. But gonna do the heater core, put the belts on, put some power steering fluid in it, and I got all but the rear tire on the other side. I got both front tires, new wheels put on, so we'll be done with this guy here in a minute. We'll go drive it. Hopefully the heater's gonna work better. We'll keep going. So this is about half of what came out of the heater core. I lost the other half trying to strain it, but some of it's like, looks like bark off of trees, and some of it's paper, and then there's like a big sponge looking piece right there. So, but like I said, that's about half of what I got out of there, but it was blowing pretty free. So got the new heater lines on, got the plug back in, filled her up. So guess I'll do the belts now. And yeah, getting really close. So, well, sadly the exhaust leak has come back already. I drove it about 4 miles and the exhaust leak's back again, so I guess that's my excuse for putting headers on it, doing the exhaust system, because must just the old wore out exhaust. The other good news is the heater works great now, nice and hot, so flushing out that heater core definitely helped out. And yes, I know it's going to just clog up again because obviously there's a bunch of trash floating around the cooling system, but for today, since it's kind of a sunny day, it'll be good for us to just go drive it around and have a little bit of fun. So anyways, I'm gonna try to go and at least get some wheel shots of it and stuff here in a little bit, but that pretty much wraps up my video for now. Thanks for watching.